Okay, our dentists are back for more. We didn't work them hard enough the first time, so today they're gonna learn how to plant raspberries. These are a ever-bearing fall gold raspberries, so they'll be yellow instead of the regular red color. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get them moved over where we're gonna go. Perfect. Alrighty, we're planting these raspberries in a little bit of a different way. So the problem we've got going on is this creeping grass here that's all the way around along that edge will not stay out of this beautiful garden bed we have. So in order to stop it, we're taking sort of dramatic measures, but it'll work. We are digging this beautiful giant trench that will make it so the grass won't come through because it won't go through the air. And then along the edge, they're digging about every 2 feet or so, we're gonna put in a raspberry plant. So raspberries are super easy to plant. They don't take a whole lot of work. So wherever you end up with roots at, that's going to spread and make a great plant. So these have been soaking for about 24 hours. And I filled it completely full of water. So I made sure it's just the roots. None of the roots are sticking out. And so the roots are nice and hydrated. If you have a mother plant sort of like this guy, you can actually separate it out. So if I was going to do it, I would take this section right here and you can just pull that off, and now you have another 2 plants. That makes it fun for sharing with friends. All right, so we'll just make sure that we can tuck the roots in as well. Separate this guy. Yeah. You can also use a pruning tool or a sharp shovel to separate these, but these are so hydrated that I find it just easier to pull them apart. Okay, so each one will just, what we want to do is plant them up to this kind of this. Yeah, exactly. So you want to make sure the roots are buried, and then it's got a little bit covered on top of that, and then it'll come right out of the ground. Perfect. That'll do. And we'll keep the trench. Okay. Perfect. So now what'll happen is hopefully those raspberries won't come into the grass quite yet. It'll give me some time to figure out what else we're gonna do. So this dirt has already been composted quite a long time ago. So it's nice and fertile. We don't have to worry about adding more today. So just planting it right along the edge of that. Perfect. And we can always pull more dirt out of this big bed if we need to. Perfect. There's a few things that raspberries really like. They love water. The more water you give them, the bigger the berries will be. And they do also like a nice mulch covering. Okay, so all our raspberries are planted here, and now we're gonna put a T-post on either end, and we'll spread a cable around both sides so that it holds that up. So we're putting a mulch layer around these raspberries. Now this mulch contains straw and hay and goat poop and chicken poop and duck poop and rabbit poop, all the things. And that's gonna slowly break down and feed this raspberry patch over time. And on top of this, we're gonna add our wood chips, which is gonna stop the growth of the weeds. So a lot of people, when they're planting things, will put the compost right in the hole, but that tricks plants into thinking that that's the soil that they're gonna be growing into. So then they don't wanna leave the hole that they're planted in. So in order to stop that and encourage good root growth, we put the compost on the top of the plants. And that will help this become a nice full patch in not very many years. Okay, so here's our wood chip pile. This is not the bark wood chips that you'll get from a typical landscaping company. This is freshly chipped trees. Now this pile has been sitting here for a year or two, well, about a year. But it has a whole bunch of leaves and pine needles and all kinds of stuff in it. So that's going to provide your plants with food while the bigger stuff is breaking down. You do not want to use anything that's just, you know, like a dead wood or bark type mulch. That's not what we're after here. So this is going to be our top layer of mulch. It'll help keep the weeds down and it'll feed those plants over the long haul. If you are interested in joining our internship program, please check out our website. All the details are down in the description box below. Here's what our interns have to say.
Learn about the ecosystem that drives a sustainable farm, like poop management. You learn like what mulch and wood chips and like how to place those around your plants. I got to hug a baby goat. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God.
That's the squirrely one.
Squirrely.
She's a little wild.
Learning about raised beds is really awesome too. You know, all the voles and stuff to try to keep them out of your garden because those little pests. So the garden beds and, you know, what fertilizer to use to kind of keep your starts going with is the fish fertilizer, fish emulsion I learned today. And then how to harden them by taking them in and out before you actually throw them into your garden bed. So very informative, and I encourage you guys to sign up.
Yeah, sign up because and it's fresh air. It's just so nice, and
You'll learn a lot.
Yeah, and you know, it's really nice kind of community feel too.
And that's all there is to growing raspberries. Choose a sunny location and a nice fertile ground to plant it in. Place some mulch over the top, water it really well, and wait for those delicious berries to grow. If you're interested in signing up for our internship program, we have a ton of classes and a ton of opportunities. They're all up on our website. I'll leave a link down in the description box for you. We'll see you guys again real soon. Thanks for joining us.